293, Elliot Smith from Halifax. 161, Mark Eaton from Stafford. 303, Jim Bamford from Hertford. 454, Phil Haig. And from Tamworth, Hans Kurimar, number 150. 354 is Richard Ainsworth from Ulverston. Gary Monks from Stockport drives number 234. And from Shepshed in Leicestershire, number 7, Nigel Parker. OK, Mr. Starter, get them on the move. Green flag goes down, and the blues actually that's missed include Mark Biddle from Redditch in number 8. 334 just gone through. Dave Atkinson from Stonebridge, and number 101, Dave Evans from Birmingham. Okay, so we're now underway with the man leading the pack there, number 294 from 396, first and second position so far. Ash Cowley, number 21, and number 334, Dave Atkinson. Going well. First casualty looks like number 168, Brian Tyler, who's come to grief down here on the home straight. Julian Vo goes through in number 24. Still bunched towards the back of the pack, and the Stars not yet into the first half of the field, although it looks as if that's going to be altered very soon by Mark Eaton in number 161. He goes, whoa, and that's Phil Haig in 454 that's gone down there, and Nigel Parker in number 7 was the other car involved. Broadside across the track in a moment, but we want to do something about that before the rest of the field come through, and it looks as if there are 2 more problems down here on the home straightaway as well. And indeed it's number 23 who's moved off there, Trevor Cadman, one of the star men in trouble, and he parks it up onto the safety of the centre green. Likewise does Brian Tyler, number 168, certainly one driver safely into the safe areas on the centre green. So back to see what is happening up front, and it's still number 294 leading the way round. Haig, of course, got quite a bit to do after that problem there. It looks to me as if Ashley Calverley in car number 21 is moving up on the leader quite nicely. Indeed, that's confirmed, and so is number 161, Mark Eaton. Eaton, in fact, on the inside of Calverley there on turn 3 and 4, which puts him in a pretty strong position, and expect him to go through to take the lead any moment now, Mark Eaton, which indeed he does. So it's Mark Eaton from Stafford leading from Ashley Calverley, number 21, who comes from Oldham, and still in that third place, the number 294 car, holding on there all the way through and doing pretty well so far. Line nicely, Glenn Sutcliffe, who comes from Halifax, not yielding too much under pressure as yet, and that's the halfway, Mr. Starter. Racing for the Eastern Cup this afternoon, the Hotstox Formula 354. Richard Ainsworth moved through rather nicely there, and he's now going chasing after Ash Calverley in that number 21 car, and it's the leader, number 161, Mark Eaton in number 161. Down that far side. Oh, and who was that that's just gone straight into the Armco there? Dave Evans from Birmingham in car number 101. 5 next to time, Mr. Starter. Hans Kurimar in number 150. And that's a very smart-looking machine of his. Revolutionary, we understand, in its way. Hans Kurimar in 150, getting to grips with it there. Oh, and that's someone else gone a little bit on that wide side there, which has certainly enabled Kurimar to move up a place, who he also goes past John Lowe. The man who went wide was Dave Atkinson in 334. So, into the closing stages, 3 laps in fact to go. Lead us through. It's still number 161, Mark Eaton. And in quite a considerable gap, in fact, between first and second places, because it's Ainsworth in 3.54 who's in that second place, and Ashley Carley third in number 21. And it just shows that Mark Eaton has certainly got it all together well here this afternoon, because he started from the back of that pack and then moved through it very quickly. Indeed, he took over on the 7th lap, and since that 7th lap has succeeded in opening up the gap more and more each time round. Now through onto the last lap, still there, 161. Stafford-based Mark Eaton driving through the back markers quite rapidly. Indeed, he was almost sideswiped there by Glenn Sutcliffe in 2.94, but it didn't happen. There's the checkered flag. Starter Lorne Foster puts it up, and down it goes. 161 first across the line, second man through. It looks like Richard Ainsworth in 3.54 with Ashley Carley third in number 21. The clutch of cars coming through there, including Elliott Smith in 2.93 and Nigel Parker in number 7 and Gary Monks in 2.34, all of whom could well be in the first 8 or 10 places. And we can now have the Reds lawn, please. Let's give you the official results of that one then, all the way through. The second event of the afternoon for the Hotstox. Car number 161, Mark Eaton first across the line. Second was number 354, Richard Ainsworth. And third was number 21, Ash Calverley. Fourth place went to number 293, Elliott Smith. Fifth was number 7, Nigel Parker. Sixth was 234, Gary Monks. Seventh, 396, Warwick Ellis. Eighth place went to number 303, Jim Bamford. Ninth was 150, Hans Kuimar. And in 10th place, number 234, Gary Monks. Wrong again, because that's twice we've mentioned Gary, I think. Let's check the lap charts again. Just hold with us there.